In this video, we're going to talk about the scariest tribe in the world, the Aghoris. They're an extreme sect of Hindu ascetics who worship Shiva, the god of destruction. The Aghoris live in India, and locally, people really dislike them because they believe that if you get too close to them, they'll put a black magic spell on you. They eat anything that a regular person would never touch, like garbage, feces, urine, and even the flesh of dead humans. They think these inhumane acts bring them closer to their god and help them achieve liberation from the cycle of reincarnation faster, moksha. So it's clear that Aghoris fear nothing and embrace all kinds of darkness. The roots of Aghoris trace back to Baba Kinaram, a 17th century old man who supposedly lived for 170 years. All right, that's enough initial info. Let's dive in and get to know this terrifying tribe more. Physical features. You'll find it intriguing to know what all those items around them are, right? Well, all those bones and things you see around them have specific meanings for them, and they believe that these items come to them through the power of prayer. If you pay attention, you'll notice that they always smear a bit of ash from people cremated in the Ganges River on themselves. This is to remind themselves that the day of their own death is approaching. One of their prominent features is their long hair and unkempt beard, because they believe in not wasting time on trivial things, customs, and rituals. One interesting aspect of the Aghoris is that, unlike regular folks who try to avoid death or fear seeing dead bodies, they actually embrace death. They believe that a person must die for a new one to come into the world. They live their lives with the dead because their most important ritual, Shava Sutra, requires finding human bodies. Finding bodies is challenging, as most are cremated, except for certain families who can't do it. They leave them in the water, and Aghori monks quite literally hunt them down. Once they find a body, they meditate over it, then decapitate it because they believe the head holds the most energy. Afterward, they consume parts of the flesh as they think it's necessary to establish a connection with their deity. Another one of their sacred nights where they consume dead flesh together is the night of Sadan. It's similarly disturbing and ritualistic. They keep skull caps as reminders of life's impermanence, using them as bowls or plates for eating and drinking. Aghoris avoid material possessions, often roaming around without clothes, as they believe the human body should be presented in its purest form. It's also worth noting that Aghori monks heavily use marijuana and alcohol to aid in their meditations and enhance their connection with their deity. Place of residence. You might wonder where these individuals live. Well, they usually reside in areas designated for cremation, like the shores of the Ganges, one of the most polluted yet sacred rivers for the people of India. Almost all the sewage from major Indian cities is discharged here, and the ashes of the deceased are also poured into this water. They believe in taking a dip in these waters, drinking from it, washing their clothes, and even brushing their teeth with it, despite the fact that, rather than being a sacred river, it's more of a deadly one. It's quite strange how people have managed to survive consuming all these bacteria and viruses and the industrial chemicals poured into these waters. Nonetheless, people strongly believe in the holiness of this water. For this reason, around the riverbanks, women vendors sell containers of water in various sizes. People who come to the river buy some of this water to take back for their loved ones, who may not be able to come to this sacred place due to illness or other reasons. Another interesting custom is that Indian women typically shave their heads before entering the sacred river for purification. It's worth noting that Aghori usually reside on the other side of the river, as that's where the bodies flow towards the shore. So, to meet the Aghoris, one needs to take a boat to the other side of the river. How to become an Aghori. So according to them, if you want to be an Aghori, first, you got to get a blessing from a guru, like a spiritual guide or something. After that, you head over to the place where they burn bodies, do some meditation vibes. Then, you basically camp out there, sleep, eat, maybe even set up your life. And, yeah, you gotta keep this whole routine for at least 12 years. And the grand finale, ditch your home when you hit the ripe age of 10. Aghori Relationships. So, the deal with Aghoris is they aren't into the whole marriage or serious relationship thing. Instead, they have physical relationships with each other, and they're cool with it. The only catch is that the other person has to be an Aghori too. The purpose of an Aghori's life. Some people might say they have peculiar beliefs and engage in extreme and gruesome activities like consuming human flesh. However, when you talk to them, they express their purpose like this: we only want to make others happy and find happiness in the joy of others, not just our own. Our motto is to set aside hatred and violence and spread love among ourselves. Benares City. All right, check this out. Some seriously intriguing and weird stuff about the city of Benares, the Aghori turf. So, this city is like crazy sacred for Indians, and they've got these places called death houses. If you've got the cash, you can roll up there to kick the bucket. Basically, you get a 15-day window to ditch your physical form, and if you don't meet your maker in that time, they rent the room to someone else. Sometimes people even travel from the other side of India to croak in Benares. Oh, and these hotels don't take any cash. They're open to all religions, and you can't pre-book a spot. You gotta show up with 2 family members. In this city, the vibe of a person's funeral depends on how their life was, whether it was a rough ride or a short journey. If it was a tough gig or a quick trip, it's a bit more laid back. But overall, they're all about believing every death is a sign of a new life. Trippy, huh? By the way, if you've subscribed to our channel, you might recall that a while back we dropped a video about the last tribe of cannibals in the world. We gave you the full rundown on them. Now I've put the link on the page, but these guys are fundamentally different from the Aghoris. They used to hunt and eat humans themselves, unlike the Aghoris who feed on the flesh of the deceased. And, just like the Aghoris, this tribe has its own set of wonders and horrifying events. Anyway, both tribes are pretty freaky and unbelievable. In the end, I highly recommend getting acquainted with this tribe. You'll be seriously amazed. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Make sure to drop a comment and let me know which 2 tribes you find weirder or scarier in your opinion. Don't forget to show some love with likes and subscribe to support us. And if you enjoyed the video, share it with your friends. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Make sure to drop a comment and let me know which 2 tribes you find weirder or scarier in your opinion. Don't forget to show some love with likes and subscribe to support us. And if you enjoyed the video, share it with your friends.